Okay, this is what I love and hate about Gemini. And before I get started, I gotta say, I don't have a lot to say about Geminis. Can I be honest with you? I love them, I respect them, but I don't know, in this life, I don't seem to be able to come together with Geminis, not for very long. And it might be because my South Node is in Gemini, so I'm here to release all things Gemini. Will say that my daughter has a Gemini stellium, and over the last year I've encountered some people with Venus in Gemini, so have a few things to say about that. What I like about Geminis, me being an Aquarian, fellow air sign, I appreciate, I respect their intelligence. I have not yet met a dumb Gemini. They're very clever. They're very sharp-minded, sharp tongues. Ooh, very quick-witted. Sometimes, Geminis, they say stuff that makes me, even with my Mercury in Aquarius and my Aquarius sun, I have to be like, wait a minute, what did you just say? Oh, yeah, and I respect that. If you make me slow down and have to reread that again and think that through and process it, much respect to you. And they're not really like the book smart, they're more of the street smarts. And sometimes these Geminis, they say stuff that I'm like cracking up laughing because it's like arguably it's crude and vulgar, but they'll say it. Like, I follow somebody on Instagram and they'll put up some very crude and vulgar memes, and secretly within myself I'm just like laughing. And I want to like it and I want to share it, but I'm like, oh, wait a minute, what are other people gonna think? No, I can't say that, I can't share that, but Gemini will. And I like that they say stuff that people are thinking but they won't say, but Gemini will say it. Let me give you an example. Donald Trump is a Gemini. And you can say what you want about that man, but one thing you can't say is that he's dumb. The dude is not dumb. You might not agree with him, but he ain't dumb. And yeah, he says stuff that people don't like and they get offended. But you know what? That's why people like him. He says stuff that you've been thinking, you thought worse than that. And then, people want to rake him over the coals. But the truth is, people love that. I would say that Gemini doesn't have any filters, that sometimes if you really piss them off, they're going to weaponize their words. Yes, absolutely. And also if they are trying to manipulate you, get ready for the word salad and get ready for them to say things with dual meanings intended. But if you're a dummy, you'll never pick up on it. And they're kind of proud of that, I think. Yeah, one time I was talking to a Gemini and they were throwing word salad at me, and I think they were thinking they were dealing with somebody else because, I'm an air sign, so like I know that. And worse, I'm an Aquarian with a Mercury in Aquarius, so I might look like I have a deer in the headlights glazed over look in my face, but oh, trust me, the light bulb's on in here, honey. I'm just analyzing. I'm calculating, okay? You ain't getting over on nothing. And sure enough, after this person was finished with their word salad, I said, so basically, and I got right to the heart of the matter, the heart of the truth. And they were like, no. And then they said something that was misleading. And I said, oh, but I hear you, but the whole truth is. And then they finally said, oh, you got me. I'm going to give it to you. You're pretty smart, because most people wouldn't have caught that. So I'm not really saying that to pat myself on the back. I'm saying that to say that Geminis are some wordsmiths. They ain't dumb. And I think that they are pretty clever with their mind, the powers of the mind and the powers of the spoken word. They probably get past a lot of people on that. And I'm not saying that all Geminis are going to do that. Absolutely not. I'm just saying if you're dealing with a lower vibrational less mature, yeah, wait, get ready for it, because they've got that in their arsenal. I respect their prowess. I respect their ability to do it. Do I agree with it? No. But again, I will go back to my South Node and Gemini. I maybe came in with an ability to do that myself into this life, but I'm here to release that and take a higher path. Venus and Gemini, they could be really flippant. They can flip the switch on you. I think they might go back and forth in their minds about how into you they are. If you turn them off, they could be off to the next partner. I do think that if you have a Venus and Gemini, you probably, got this thing with being a sapiosexual, attracted to people that are smart, or they have this kind of studious look about them. I don't want to be quick to say, ho alert, but because I think some of them maybe want to lock it down and would lock it down under certain circumstances. I'm just saying, if you are messing around with the Gemini, they could flip the script on you pretty quick. I wouldn't play around with Gemini. Overall, I love me some Gemini, because they're fellow air sign. I think you understand there's a lot about them that I respect and I connect with them on. But again, maybe it just ain't for this life that I come together with them, because, South Node and Gemini just doesn't really make for that. Oh well, can't win them all.